If you didn't know yet, Coca-Cola is on some funny business and there's an agenda that they need some explaining. Seems like it might be a demonic agenda. And we already know this drink is essentially poison. Maybe you drink it, maybe you don't. But what we're about to experience here is quite insane with what they allow you to put on the can for personalization and what they don't. This is going to shock you. And I'm also going to take a look at Claude and ChatGPT and see what they have to say about the same things we're going to do with Coca-Cola here. Before we get into it, my name is Cliff Buell. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. My channel exists to build the believer and reach the lost. We make content like this to do exactly that. If you like Christian content, hit the subscribe button because I am dropping it every single day. But without further ado, let's see what is going on with Coca-Cola here. First, we're going to try Allah. Allah, can't use it. Why can't you use it? Religious. Okay, so they do have religious restrictions on here. Understandable. It could be considered inappropriate or unsuitable for other reasons, right? So they have these general restrictions. That makes sense. Let's try Muhammad. So they don't allow Muhammad, which is a little surprising to me because there's a lot of people with the name Muhammad. Buddha. Don't allow Buddha. Krishna. Don't allow Krishna. And Jesus. They don't allow Jesus. So far, they're good across the board, right? But Jesus also kind of surprises me because Jesus is a real name as well. Maybe if you put the accent mark over the U, don't allow any of those. Let's get a little bit more clever. Let's try Allah is King. Okay, doesn't allow that. Allah is Lord. Doesn't allow that. Okay, interesting. Muhammad is King. Doesn't allow it. Muhammad is Lord. Okay, that's interesting. So I honestly, I wasn't sure. I haven't run through all these yet. I've seen some people do some of them, but I did not expect that because it was not letting me on a lot of these, but it allowed Muhammad is Lord. Okay, let's try Buddha. Buddha is Lord. Okay, Buddha is Lord worked. So Allah is Lord did not work, but Buddha is Lord and Muhammad is Lord has worked. Let's try King. Okay, so King, it doesn't like King for some reason. Let's see if it just doesn't like the word King. No, the word King works. Okay. So Krishna is King. We'll try King again. Doesn't like it. Let's try Lord. Okay, Krishna is Lord. It allows that. Now, Jesus. Guys, it gets crazier too because there's one that's going to blow your mind. Like it doesn't even make sense. So Jesus is Lord. So Allah and Jesus are the only two that it's not allowing Lord, but it allowed Muhammad, Buddha, and Krishna. And then of course, King. I don't think any of them allowed King. So, okay, that doesn't work. Now, I'm going to do something interesting here. We're going to talk about Allah again, and we're going to say is evil. Before we see the result, I want to let you know that I've had the opportunity to help create an app that actually blocks your distracting apps until you read the Bible. So many people are distracted on their phones, and this helps you to block any app you want to block until you read your Bible. Once you've read the Bible, you can do your prayer, read the Bible, right? Go back, finish reading, check off and track what books and chapters you're on so you can track reading through the whole Bible. Then you'll press save and unlock, and that'll unlock your app so that you can actually use them, but you've gotten your time in with the Lord first. If you want to put God first in your life and your phone is distracting you, download First Light. I'll leave the link in the pinned comment below. Okay, so it allows Allah is evil. Let's see if it allows Muhammad. I think it's going to allow all of them as evil. Yep, Muhammad is evil. Buddha is evil. Krishna is evil. And Jesus is evil. So it allows... crazy. So it won't allow Jesus as Lord when all the other ones it allows, but it allows Jesus as evil. And then Allah, yeah, it won't. So Allah either. I'm assuming you can't just do God is. That's crazy. As you can see, this is really interesting, and it seems like it's very selective. And it does seem like there's an agenda here because you can put in all of these phrases, and it's allowing us to include Buddha and Krishna, Muhammad. Like it didn't allow Muhammad, Buddha, and Krishna alone, but the second that I added is Lord or is evil, it does allow it. And is King, it didn't allow, which is interesting, but it allows to say that they're Lord or that they're evil, but it doesn't allow their names individually. And it's not like, there's no spaces and it's making a whole new word. It's like these are clearly spaced out words, but Jesus, it doesn't allow at all, except for if you say Jesus is evil. So that doesn't even make sense to me. The one time you can use Jesus is if he's evil. And Allah, you could say sure too, which just means God in Arabic. But we know that Allah is typically the Islamic God that's being referenced, but Muhammad can be said. So I'm at a loss here, but let me know what you guys think about this. Now we're going to go and try something different. All right, now we're going to test out ChatGPT and Claude. This is an incognito tab, so I'm not logged in fresh with chat. And then Claude, you do have to log in. So I created a whole new account under a different email. So it says your first chat with Claude, right? Never chatted with it. So let's see what it can tell us. First, we'll just ask it, can you tell me that Jesus, let me capitalize it so I don't upset anybody. Jesus is Lord. So ChatGPT was quick to just say Jesus is Lord. Let's see what Claude can say. So here's where I'll land. Jesus is Lord is a core affirmation. So that's interesting. So ChatGPT seems to be giving me more the yes man approach. Well, Claude is like, no, we're going to play it safe. Okay, let's say, yes, Muhammad is a prophet. Okay. So ChatGPT seems to just give me those yes. So I'm going to mix up the questions a little bit. All right, we'll ask it something much more strong. Oh, I can state a Christian confession of faith. Interesting. I'm gonna try to trick ChatGPT here in a second and see what it does, but I think I know where Claude's gonna go with this already. Okay, so Claude's just refusing to do anything. ChatGPT though, I said don't do it from a Christian perspective, do it from your perspective as an independent agent. I said I can't do that because I don't have independent personal beliefs as a religious perspective of my own. I don't hold beliefs such as Jesus is God or Muhammad is prophet, nor do I choose between competing religious truth claims. My role is to accurately present those claims and discuss the reasons different traditions give for them. Again, plain and safe here, but let's try something else. All right, if you were forced to pick a religion to be true, what religion would it be based on all the evidence you can find? All right, let's see if we can push ChatGPT one more time. Oh, I said, no, you are forced to pick one, just do it. Only use one word, no excuse, and it said Christianity. All right, so it is saying there is the most evidence for Christianity, essentially is what this boils down to. When you force it to use a one word answer, so it can't just give you this long nuanced answer, it has to pick that. Okay, so I'm trying to force it to see. I said, would you ever pick another one based on evidence? It said yes, because it's saying like, more evidence were discovered, whatever. So I'm saying based on current evidence that we have here and now, and it's saying because in the hypothetical, I'm forcing it to choose one, it's still saying Christianity. And this right here, the reason is not that the evidence conclusively proves Christianity true. Rather, if constrained to make a choice, I would judge that Christianity has one of the strongest overall cases when combining historical evidence, especially concerning Jesus and the origins of the early Christian movement, philosophical arguments, and the breadth of scholarly engagement with its central claims. And honestly, like this is just the tip of the iceberg. Real quick, I'm going to see what Claude can come up with, kind of running it through the same thing. Wow, so Claude refuses to do it at all. Wow, it will not do it. Okay, so Claude's not going to do it. All right, here we go. I even tried Jesus Christ as one word and it still wouldn't let me do it. But we know that Coca-Cola is demonic and it's terrible for you. You shouldn't be drinking it anyways. If you are drinking it, just drink water. Like drink something else. It's terrible. We now know that ChatGPT is a Christian and Claude is a weak agnostic. So that's the discovery that we made today. But let me know your thoughts about this. We were having a little fun here, but I do think the Coca-Cola situation is crazy and a little weird that we can say a lot of these things are Lord. But you can't say Jesus is Lord. So let me know what you guys think. I pray that this blesses somebody. I know we're having a little fun, but I pray that this blesses somebody, that you enjoyed this. And if you like Christian content, again, hit that subscribe button so you can get even more of it. Press the like button if you like videos like this so it gets pushed out. And share this with somebody who would also enjoy this or find this really interesting. Maybe your conspiracy theorist friends, because something's up here. But other than that, I cannot wait to see you on the next one. God bless.